107.7 FM Melody gangan ni wọ́n ń pè bí.
The time is 6 o'clock.
From the pages of Nigeria's top newspapers, your radio.
The time is 8
every Monday
o'clock.
through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. on Melody 107.7 FM.
Headlines that shape the nation. Stories from the north, south, east, and west. Brought to you fresh and fast.
With expert analysis, sharp opinions, and sound presenters breaking it all down clearly, smartly, and straight to the point.
Politics, business, security, health, society. Nothing escapes the spotlight.
This is your head start into Nigeria's biggest stories of the day. From the Dailies, news that talks to you. Only on Melody 107.7 FM, Lagos.
From the Dailies on your favorite radio station. Melody 107.7 FM. Stay tuned.
Time check on minutes gone past the hour of 8 o'clock. It's the 5th day in the month of August 2026. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Lagos. Welcome to Florida Dailies right here on your super darling station, Melody 107.7 FM. While we get to keep you informed, educated, and entertained all day long. It's that time of the day again where we got to take you through stories that made it to the pages of the papers and for the day. Not just the front pages, but we serve some of the juicy details that comes with the stories on a daily basis. I am Roland, Imoyera. Thank you for joining us on this morning's edition of the program. I'm the gentleman of the press already smiling and looking at me this morning. Matthew, good morning.
Good morning, Roland. I'm surprised I want to take us back to 2025. All right, I really feel to be here this morning. As I always say, tick as the clock, tick tick. What you have to do quick. A time and tide waits for no man. Whatever you have set your mind to do, please work at it, and you will achieve something. I am Matthew Oluwasegun Ijabiken, MOI, reporting for details this morning.
And just to let you know that at the right time, the studio lines will be open this morning for you to call in to share your thoughts and opinions on any of the stories that will resonate with you in the course of the program and for the day. At the right time, my colleagues will call out the studio lines for us to call in to drop in your thoughts. The Facebook the page is also there. You can watch us live and leave your comments and for us as well as on our WhatsApp and platform for today. And this morning, I'll be taking you through stories that made it to the pages of the Punch as well as the Nigerian Tribune newspapers.
And for my end, I have the Nation as well as the Vanguard newspapers. All right, now kick-starting with the Punch. Beg your pardon, the Nation newspaper. With the big bold one, businessman Adeyemi scammed me of 400 million naira, and it has its rider. I paid in 5 times on promise of a renovation contract. You can find this on page 3 of the Nation newspaper. And now moving on, Wike Amechi defer on Onayekan's outburst. You can find this also on page 3 of the Nation newspaper. All right, on the Nation newspaper still, you will find some other headlines. Sanwo-Olu declares May 16 Lagos Boy Child Day. Backs review of child's rights law. Well, still on the Nation newspaper, federal government work with anyone committed to Nigeria's peace development, and that's created to Kume. Also still on the Nation newspaper, the First Minister seeks ECOWAS alliance to defeat terrorism. Okay, as long as the Nation newspaper, you can find this one as well. 2026, gunmen ambush joint security patrol in Plateau. killed 2 operatives. All of this on the Nation newspaper this morning.
Where do we start from this morning? You've read quite some interesting stories from the front page of the Nation newspaper for today. But I think the big bold one is where we should start from now on the front page of the paper. I'm talking about the businessman that is coming to allege that the controversial Director General now of the so-called agency scammed him of defrauded him of 400 million naira. Okay, these are different allegations. So many people coming out to talk about. Okay, people are beginning to come out to talk about the character of this particular individual. Somewhere we need to understand that this is not the first time he's been arrested, concerning fraudulent activities. Now, for people to start coming out to, question the character of this particular individual. Now, be mindful. This particular one is saying that it was money he paid to facilitate a contract supposed to for renovation contract now for the particular ministry. So, I think this man should also be given a opportunity now for the world to get to hear his own side of the story.
And for people who are also accusing him, do they have evidence to back their claims?
Well, let's just hope he has evidence to back up his claim, because if he sued eventually and he do not really have evidence to back up his claims, okay, I think it's going to backfire, on him. So let me see which other one we can take from the front page of the the one about Wike now and Onoika trading blames. Now these are just back and forth between people that are not. We've been talking about this for a while now.
Yes.
The way the presidency now take criticism sometimes it's not really what is expected. The way they
for you to sit down again and review,
like
okay, what have we done?
Yeah, you didn't mention constructive and destructive
criticism.
So it depends on whichever way you try to look at it. Now you guys are in the public space. You don't expect to get praises from all yes. So some people will definitely not be too happy with one or two things you're doing, and the way they come out to say it also matters. But this particular one, I don't think the cardinal has actually said it came out to really say what it's not supposed to say. It came to say the mind of the ordinary Nigerians on the streets.
Of course.
It shows that people in government are actually cut off from that reality. And I don't know whether there's this communication gap between.
They should also know that they are accountable to the people who voted them into power, and so they also. The electorate also have a right to actually express their dissatisfaction on whatever they do not feel is going well with them.
I think this is something that the people in government need to do more to bridge the gap between those in government and the communication gap. I don't know why. I don't know if they are truly cut off from reality. They only go to the market, they only interact with the ordinary man on the street. The way you and I do on a daily basis.
Even when they go to the market, they go to the market that you and I patronize.
It's a different point, actually. Yes. So they try to say things from a different perspective. That's what you're trying to say right now. All right, that is just all we can take from the front page of the Nation newspaper for this morning. Let me quickly flip over to this one from the Punch newspaper at this time. Fake agency probe reps to grill controversial DG at undisclosed location. Matthew, finally, they decided to grill him in an undisclosed location. I don't know why they are taking him to an undisclosed location. Maybe it's for security reasons. Is it for his own security? Well, we don't really know. But the good thing is that he will definitely be given a chance to, hear his own side of the story. Now, I just hope that the undisclosed location is not just to silence his voice, but the world need to hear him speak.
Exactly.
The way the people have been following the public hearing from the House of Representatives.
To allow him to speak, maybe he has so many things to unravel.
Yes.
Maybe there are other people that are culpable in this matter as well.
Is the hearing going to be an open one? Is it going to be are the press now going to be allowed to be part of our hearing for them to make his voice known to Nigerians, its own side of his story?
It's not a cult, so they should allow the press as well.
The fact is that the rep is already preparing its report. I don't think the report will be complete without his own side of the story. Yeah. So we have to hear his own side. They are not the one to pass judgment. I think the case will be tried in court if it's not already in court as at the moment. But let everybody just have a fair hearing. Everybody that has been accused, every name that has been mentioned, every agency should be given fair hearing in this matter
or not.
Yes. So your voice need to be heard. It has the rider how I paid 400 million naira for phantom contract. Businessman tells the panel how summons FRSC commercial over official plates for phantom agency vehicles. Matthew, the So there are even vehicles assigned, official vehicles now assigned to this particular ministry with even plate numbers, official plate numbers. So many things.
They should allow this man talk. Because, he couldn't have done this alone.
He has been saying it. He said he did not do it alone. So let's just get to hear his own side of the story. But initially, we were even thinking that it's just the building. Now we are meant to understand that they even have official vehicles, even official number plates assigned to those vehicles. These are really critical things that we really need to look at. This cut across board, it really shows the lackadaisical attitude by our public office holders at the highest level. Like I did mention earlier, if people had paid closer attention, if someone had taken his time to look at documents properly, to really scrutinize, to ask proper questions, for follow-up, due diligence, we will not be where we are in this particular scenario at the moment.
They admitted it sometimes last week.
The HOS actually said it, the end of service.
Admitted their own anomaly on this matter.
Let me quickly move on to other stories now from the front page of the Punch newspaper for today. Doctors suspend strike as presidency and brokers truce. That's a good one because another crisis in the health sector was just averted if they had allowed these doctors now to go on, the resident doctors to go on strike, which we know the chaos it always leads to whenever these guys are on strike. But the funny thing is that I just hope and pray that this particular back and forth between these unions and the federal government, negotiations, renegotiations, allegations, counter allegations, threats of strike, warning strikes, one way or the other will just be nipped in the bud, and we will see the smooth running of most of these agencies, Matthew.
You see, the people who should nip this in the bud, most of them do not patronize Nigerian hospitals, so they do not really care. Do you get it now? Because from the look of things, it looks like a strike is only language that government conforms with, and these people, if they have better package here, they won't be running out of Nigeria to for greener pastures elsewhere, because in other places they have better welfare packages. I mean, let us have all of this done, because health should be prioritized in Nigeria, and the people who are disbursing this service, which are the health workers, they should be prioritized as well.
The brain drain in that sector is quite enormous.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, they are being lured away from the country with better offers, better life, better incentives.
Juicy offers.
Yes, that they're making them offers that they cannot refuse.
Exactly. Irresistible.
Now, this does go beyond even the medical sector. Now, what about the education sector? Look at today, it's the ASU. Tomorrow is the other factions, the other unions in that particular sector.
And no society can grow. Rise above the level of its education.
Yes.
And because the quality of when you treat employees well, it also shows and reflects in their service delivery. So they should prioritize healthcare and education sector.
It goes across all sectors that they should prioritize. Yes, of course. It's not just the federal civil servants that should be fitting.
No, you see, if you prioritize these two, it also reflects in other places. Do you get? Because the money is what they will take to the market. Of course, it also improve our economy in a way.
All right, still on the front page of the Punch newspaper for this morning. Federal government votes 2.5 trillion naira for Abuja, Lokoja, Enugu, Port Harcourt, and 122 road. That's on page 19 of the paper. The Minister of Works, Engineer David Umai, is speaking there. All right, moving on to other stories now. Military salaries hit 924 billion naira as Tinubu approved pay rise. Finally, 250,000 naira military personnel to enjoy. 250,000 military personnel to enjoy 30% to 80% salary increase. This is actually a very good incentive. We've been talking about it for a while now. How these guys need to be encouraged. These guys put their life out there on a daily basis to ensure they pay the supreme price now to ensure that we are secure, to ensure that the country's borders are secure. They confront these terrorists headlong while we are sleeping. They are out there. So we've been advocating everything that should be done to encourage them, to make them feel that they are appreciated, their services are appreciated. I think the president should be giving his kudos now for this particular.
So how much is given, much is expected. Now that the beginning pay rise, we should expect a better
service delivery for them. They should be able to secure and protect and confront these guys even far better because they are motivated. The essence is to get them motivated, and now they'll be motivated.
They are motivated.
Alright, the same story as this rider. Retired generals back Tinubu's military pay upgrade, demand modern weapons. We will continue to prioritize troops' welfare and modernize the armed forces. That is coming from the president, which is a good one. I'm still on security now. The first headquarters reopens surrender window for Southeast gunmen. What do you mean by surrender window, Matthew? Are they trying to go by the way of still amnesty or for them to come and surrender their arms?
Well,
I think if it's in the southeast, I think it's for them to come and surrender arms, and they probably give themselves up for probably maybe just like an MNC program kind of. Yes, but people have been warning the federal government now. This whole amnesty thing for terrorists, gunmen, bandits. If you commit a crime in the country, you should be made to face to dance to the tune.
The wrath of the law, the full wrath of the law.
Yes.
Because now that will even that will not serve as a deterrent for those who commit crime.
Yes.
Because after all, the people who have done that ahead of them, they've been granted amnesty.
Even giving juicy positions with sometimes financial comes with some financial benefits at times.
And why they have rendered some people homeless?
Yes.
Some people fatherless, and even widows now. I mean, that's not fair.
It's not fair. Anybody that is that's committed one crime or the other in that particular context, it's not supposed to even be negotiated. It's supposed to be made to face the wrath of the law. That's just it. Let me move on to other stories now. Police summon very dark man quizzes AIG over allegation. I don't know if you follow that story. A video, accusing the AIG, that is former commissioner of police in Lagos State, of some grave, serious allegations. But while the good thing is that on papers today, the AIG himself has been invited for questioning. He's been investigated too. Some are telling us that, some are encouraging VDM to honor the police invitation to go and give his own side of the story. Well, let's just see what pans out at the end of the day.
Sorry, I think I'm beginning to enjoy what's it called, the beauty of social media now. Because with social media now, we are better enlightened, and even these people in power, they know that there's more.
It's not business as usual. It's not business as usual.
They're now watchdogging them.
Yes,
so this one now, if whatever comes out of this this particular litigation, it will also serve as a deterrent to other people who are public office holders to know that the people are watching them.
That is, if the probe is done properly without any bias, without true diligence, true scrutiny. Yes, if it is in place, I think we will be better with the justice system. People will even have more faith in the police and other security, architecture and the justice system as it is in the country at the moment. But let me quickly move on to other stories now. 2027, ADC fires back as Wike dismisses Amechi's Rivers influence. That's on page 7 of the paper. Robbers shoot LASU graduate during attack on POS operator. That's another sad one. That's a story you can get on page 4 and 5 of the paper. Federal government unveils imaginary reform, bans street begging. Matthew, the menace of street begging in the country, it's something that should really be taken seriously.
Especially in the north.
Is it just the north? Have you been to like Oshodi and all those parts of the state? Even here, right here in Lagos, you're walking on the street, people are tugging at your clothes, trying to hold your hands, trying to, it's as if little things. Well, like you said, the northern, in the north, it's actually another scenario on its own.
But don't you think the parents too are capable in this matter? Because a child, that is still of school age and is being seen on the streets begging, it means you are denying that child.
How can you even trace the parents? Do those parents even some of those kids, can they even trace the way back to their homes?
I have seen cases where it's the mother that pushes them.
Yes, and they'll be in one corner.
To be begging. So you have denied that child, what's it called, rights to education. So that's child abuse. No. And then when you ask the parents to, they will say that why would the child be going to school when you've never sorted out how he should eat in the morning?
I think recently the Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency actually arrested some of these street beggars. We've seen some, and there was an outcry that these kids, some of them are too young to be made to face this trauma. Pushing them in the Black Maria and all that. But I think we've been seeing that in Lagos before now, picking all these street urchins and beggars, out of the street. Well, another fear is they've come to ban the street begging now. Who will enforce it across the country?
But you see, begging from time immemorial has always been there. In as much as people do not have a good source of livelihood, and they'll still be begging. Then for the one in the north, that when you say people are marginalized, I try to understand the genesis of that. It means discipleship. It's like pushing in the sense that you bring somebody, you bring a child to come and learn.
For education purpose, yeah.
Not necessarily education purpose, not formal education,
yes.
but come and learn Arabic, you understand, and all those things from a cleric, understand. But in most cases, those parents use them as a dumping site, understand. Just to share,
share the responsibility.
Share the responsibility.
All right,
now, please, I'm coming. There's a point I want to make. Why not just have the number of children that you can properly take care of? Now you have as much as 20 of them, born by different women and all that. So you now start dropping them from here, and you take a child from Kano to Mina, another one from Mina, and so even the cleric too, instead of trying to survive, to take care of his own immediate family, and just take care of your own children as well.
Yeah. All right, it's from the Dailies right here on Melody 107.7 FM right here in the city of Lagos. The city lines are open now for you to call in to share your thoughts on concerning any of the stories that we've read out on the pages of the papers today. If you have any thoughts, if you want to call in to give you ideas, you can reach us via the studio lines. Matthew?
0906-201-1077. Again, 0906-201-1077. That line is also available on WhatsApp. You can send your messages. Also, you can call on 0704-800-1077. Again, 0704-800-1077. All right, I have with me on the Vanguard newspaper with the big bold one, Wike, Northern youths at war over Ijabiken. That's on page 5 for details. It has a few kickers on the race. Cardinal Ijabiken, not impartial. It took sides in 2023. And that's created to Wiki. And then the second one, he spoke the truth on hardship. And that's created to Northern youths. Bishops have a right to criticize the government. And that's created to Amechi. We stand with Ijabiken, CBCN, Middle Belt Forum. He spoke out of concern for Nigeria, not malice, and that's created to Catholic Laity Council. All of this in details on page 5. And above the masthead, dealers affect petrol, diesel depot price cuts, and that's on page 19 for details. Okay, this one, I walked away from power rather than compromise my integrity, and that's related to Aburajulo, and that's on page 12. Away from that, Tinubu approves a pay rise for 250,000 armed forces personnel. Okay, moving on. Delta unveils a roadmap to unlock 3,000 megawatt potential. That's on page 10 for details. Okay, Reps Committee to interrogate alleged PFIPC DG at undisclosed location, and and date. Okay, well, we see how that pans out. We already talked about that earlier on. With the kicker, businessman explains how he paid 400 million naira for contract. That's on page 26 for details. Okay, stop new loans until revenue improves. And that's ex-YFM DG Airport tells the federal government. That's on page 9 for details on the Vanguard newspaper. Otsedola eyes over 50% stake in first. Okay, you can find that on page 8 for details. Okay, Nigeria to lose over 50% of UK aid as US, Europe/foreign assistance. Okay, the last one now, 21 feared dead, 37 abducted as terrorist attack Sokoto community. All of this on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning.
And on the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, we have this one. Tinubu approves salary increase for armed forces personnel. That's on page 16, as well as bad road in advertorial constructed under Oyetola's government, not Adeleke's government. And that's connected to Osun State government. They're clarifying that right now. All right, that's the much we can take this morning on from the Dailies right here on Melody 107.7 FM. I'm sorry, our time is fast spent this morning. We will not be able to read in some of the comments that we are getting this morning. But don't forget, by 8:30, the program Lawijawa takes the airwave. Today, you will not want to miss that program this morning. I am Roland Imoyera signing off now, saying enjoy the rest of your day and bye for now.
Well, in case you miss any part of today's show, you can go back to our online platforms on YouTube and Facebook at Melody 107.7 FM. Well, thanks everybody who made this a success from the production